and welcome to a second attempt at what will hopefully be a recurring thing on this channel. And I mean, I've been doing videos like this for years, but a more streamlined version thereof. And what that is showing how the sausage is made, trying to screen possible, in this case, mostly archive annex candidates, youtube.com/archiveannex, where I mostly post commercials and just off-air ephemera. I mean, there's some music stuff and other things on there too, but first and foremost, just whatever I find on old tapes, ideally broadcast stuff. So anyway, yeah, the idea is just to look at some tapes. Totally blind, totally raw. I have absolutely no idea what's on, especially this one. This one is not labeled at all. And yeah, and I feel like I really truly need to reiterate this because the first time I did this, it was a video called something to the effect of Ben A's Mystery Tapes, where I looked over some tapes that a viewer had sent in. And there was a disappointing number of people in the comments that could not seem to wrap their heads around, I'm just trying to figure out what's on these tapes. I'm just looking to write it down. And yes, I'm going to bump into the camera quite a bit here. But anyway, yeah, I just want to figure out what's on the tapes, write it down, try and figure out where it aired, ideally when it aired, if we can pinpoint a date or at least get somewhere in the zone and somewhere down the road, try and really properly pinpoint it, and that sort of thing. And I guess I blame that on some of these YouTubers that say, I found this mystery tape, but they already know what's on it, and sometimes they make it look like it's new to them too, but more than likely it's very heavily curated and edited to boot. But we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do this the real, raw way, the non-glamorous way, so we know how the sausage is made, so to speak, because that's just a peeve of mine with YouTubers, that they always have to glitz things up, and you lose sight of the fact that there is actual work involved. So anyway, hopefully that doesn't mean it's a boring video, and of course, I would do this as a live stream, but since I don't know what's on these tapes, copyright is certainly a potential issue, and movies for mom and dad are a definite issue. So I do want the ability to do some internal editing and also spare you any long stretches where I'm just fast forwarding, I'm not saying anything, I have no real observations. So yeah, just as a means of compacting it a little, but still having it be real. No second takes, nothing of the sort. So anyway, let's get into it here. I want to look at least 3 Betamax tapes today. And over the chaos, the horrible chaos that was this past summer, I somehow managed to see on Fleabay a lot of 40 Betamax tapes from Denver. Now, I mostly grew up in Denver. I lived there for years after graduating school, did the first 6 years or so of Oddity Archive there. And yeah, I've got my ties to it. And I'm still kind of on the hunt for the ever elusive Hubcap Annie, which I will just about guarantee you is not on any of the tapes that I've got. I think she dates a little bit after these beta tapes. But yeah, 40 tapes from Denver, and the ones that are labeled appear to be off of local Denver TV, and in some cases far enough back that they're not even their current call letters. But yeah, so I want to start with this completely unmarked L500 here. And I'm going to guess that if this is still an original recording or only got recorded over once or twice at the time, dates somewhere in the 80 to 82 range. So this is the box for the first effective generation of the L series tapes, meaning 500 feet, 250 feet. Prior to that, it was the K series, K30 and K60, meaning 30 minutes or 60 minutes, and then the 250 and 500 are the same thing. Of course, by the time these tapes dropped in 1977, we'll say fall of 77, it was starting to get to a point where the machines that would do X2 speed, half speed, and soon thereafter X3 speed, 1/3 speed, were dropping. So this could mean, I will just about guarantee you this is not an original X1 recording, but that would be 1 hour, X2, 2 hours, X3, 3 hours. So potentially up to 3 hours plus whatever little extra room is on the tape, like 3 hours and 4 minutes, something to that effect. So anyway, yeah, totally unmarked. This could be an absolute washout. I do have 2 labeled tapes that look promising, so we may look at those, but at the very least I want to get through 3 tapes, and if they're total duds, I've got plenty more to go through. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop this sucker in. There will be fast forwarding involved, there will be stopping and rewinding involved, there will be a whole lot of me talking. I will most likely keep my mic on for most of it. And just to make myself clear, we are not sitting here just watching whatever happens to be on the tape straight through. Again, that could be a huge copyright problem, and it would just get really, really boring after a while. So I'll shut up here. Let's get to work. And here we are. So I forgot to note in my intro there that I have rewound and fast forwarded, or vice versa, all the tapes that looked interesting that I might cover today. And there's no mold on them. I didn't get any squeals, so they shouldn't be sticky. Hopefully these tapes are all perfectly safe to play, if that's a concern of yours. And yeah, let's get down to business here. Let's pop in our L500, which potentially could date back as far as about 1980, I suppose, but I'm really not holding my breath for that one. And I've got the volume turned down. Let's see what we get.
My name is Sidney Westerville. I'm the owner of this antique cabin.
And I do have the volume turned down. Oh, wow.
I was here when this crowd really came.
Okay, so it is Woodstock, so obviously that's going to be a big time copyright concern. So let me fast forward a bit, see if there's anything shaken on here. All right, here's what I know. First off, tape number 1, 100% dud. So it is indeed Woodstock, the documentary film, I suppose you could say, and it's a dub. And the only noteworthy thing about it is that, for one, Woodstock arrived on home video very, very early on, like 1980-ish. And it was one of those tapes, it was called WCI Home Video at the time, Warner Brothers, first division of home video. They were using a thing called stop copy, which I've discussed elsewhere on my channel, and it was indeed enabled, and it was keeping my VCR from getting a lock on the picture. It was just kind of rolling, or it was just kind of permanently off. I did grab one of my time-based corrector enabled VCRs just because I had one handy to run through, and that wasn't enough to straighten it out. But by the same token, yes, indeed, it is just a dub, and so it's yeah, it's not a keeper. There were no little goodies after the tape or anything. So I'm gonna call this one good for reuse. If I want an early Betamax copy of Woodstock, I looked it up while the movie was going by. I can get one for about $20 on Fleabay. If for whatever strange reason I want the sped up, pan and scan kind of early crappy cruddy home video issue of Woodstock, I can get it. And I've already got that movie on other formats. So yeah, total dud. So let's take, I'll take a quick cut here. I'll grab our next tape and we'll get down to that one. All right, here's the game plan. I've grabbed another completely unmarked tape, and if this one winds up being a dub, we'll kick over to at least one of the marked tapes. So I guess the good news about that Woodstock tape is that first dropped on home video in about 1980, and that would be about right on par for when that tape was manufactured that I popped in there, the dub. And so, hey, maybe these are actually going to be fairly true to when those tapes were purchased. So we're going to jump up a generation here. This is that starting in 1982, late 82, maybe even early 83, but probably 82 variant that Sony put out, and we're going to go up to a 750 this time, so potentially up to 4.5 hours and change of recording. The tape itself appears to match the sleeve, so yeah. Let's see if we can get ourselves into the, we'll say 82 to 86 or 7 range with this one. Let's see what we get. Okay, I've got the volume willfully turned down on the VCR here. I'm still running through my SVHS deck with built-in time-based correction. Might as well just leave it up. If I need something stronger, I'll have to dig out my proper time-based corrector. But again, this is not intended as a transfer session. This is really just trying to screen tapes, trying to figure out what's shaken. So anyway, let me pop my headphones on for one and pop in the tape, and we'll see what we got. All right, this tape didn't want to start too good. I have no idea what show this is. I suppose I better just turn off the video for now. I'll just kick back to the phone camera. It appears to be off air as best as I can gather. We'll find out in time. Well, that's the only bit of ephemera there. Aired on KWGN, Channel 2 in Denver, which was an independent station, still around. But yeah, this person was a big-time member of the Commercial Cutting Society, alas. I will go through this. This is a very, very long movie, so but it's in X3 mode, so there should still be, I don't know, maybe an hour or so left after the movie. We'll see if there's any gems or if they just got lazy and stopped cutting commercials. But yeah, not promising. I've gotten about 2 seconds of one commercial so far. Well, there's another chop. All right.
Sunday and Monday nights at 7 o'clock, KWGN TV presents a special encore presentation of A Woman Called Golda. If you missed part 1 or wish to encourage others to see this special motion picture, Sunday and Monday nights at 7 o'clock, KWGN TV2 will present the encore presentation of A Woman Called Golda, starring Ingrid Bergman. Now stay tuned for the Eyewitness 2 News.
All right then, well, let's see if we get some news here. I am absolutely not holding my breath. This is one of the nastiest commercial chopping jobs I've ever seen. I'm hoping YouTube doesn't have any heartburn with this. Oh yeah, one of those great old logos. Nope. All right, we'll see if there's any other goodies on here, but here's what I do know. Let me kick back for a moment here, just to the box, just for me bashing into the camera. Okay, this is the made-for-TV movie, A Woman Called Golda, as in Golda Meir, the Prime Minister of Israel back in the late 60s, early 70s. And made-for-TV movie, 1982. This seems to be the original airing on KWGN in Denver, April 26th, 1982. I put probably there because it doesn't look like it aired on the same date across the country. But anyway, yeah, I'll take a look through. There's about an hour and 15 minutes left of potential material on the tape, but I'm not holding my breath for any goodies. I would have loved to have seen the newscast after the movie, but I guess it just wasn't bound to happen. So these are seemingly recorded once, but unfortunately, yeah, the Commercial Cutter Society strikes again. So yeah, let me go through the rest of the tape. I'll jump back in if I find anything. All right, here's the final score on this tape. Just as I feared, there was 75 more minutes of potential recording time in X3 mode on this tape. They did not use it. So they could have recorded this movie in its entirety with commercials and stuff and probably even gotten the newscast after one of the 2 nights that it aired. But no, so I hate to say it, but I'm going to call this one borderline junk. I mean, there was that one on-screen ID at one point, and then the voiceover at the final end credits. But that was kinda it, and that does not exactly enthuse me about the rest of the tapes here. But let's grab one of the labeled tapes, and we'll see if we fare any better than that. But yeah, boy, it looks like this person was a pretty militant member of the Commercial Cutter Society. All right, let's jump to one of the more promising looking tapes, but given this person's association with the Commercial Cutter Society, I can't say I have my hopes super high for this one. But we've got another pinstriped L500 here. And I suppose I should have done this yesterday, recorded this yesterday, because we've just missed the anniversary. I'm shooting this on the 3rd here. But hey, how perfect is this? The Broncos versus the Vikings. Denver Broncos versus Minnesota Vikings. So, you know, my old hometown and as close to a home team as my current hometown has. But yeah, I suppose they can get, for 1981, the X3 machines would have definitely been on the market for a while. And yeah, 3 hours, but yeah, I fear there's going to be some chopping going on here. All right, let's see what we get. And of course, I'm truly going to have to watch for the NFL, aren't I?
You're the greatest American hero.
You guys ever had a dream?
Oh, a partial promo for Greatest American Hero, which of course gets
and weather are next when News 13 continues.
News 13. There was no Channel 13 in Denver. There's one in Colorado Springs. This might be off of Colorado Springs Station, which would have made KWGN more than likely off of cable. Ads!
Now you want it fixed right without too big a bite of your hard-earned dough. Royal, a Royal transmission. Royal, you get that personal touch. Royal, you've made the right decision, 'cause Royal Transmission's a name you can trust. There's no missing when you bring your transmission to Royal Transmission.
Give us the shirt off your back, all your dresses and your slacks. We're always there if you'd like to drop your jeans. We're always open day and night, and we treat your clothes just right. You can pick them up the same day, sparkling clean. Our Phillips, the cleaner, you can drive right through. Our Phillips, the cleaner, making it easy, making it easy, making it easy for you.
The rush by the nation's banks to lower the prime rate to 17.5.
Oh, we are getting some prime local ads here. All this talk about Las Vegas, though, I'm wondering if they were actually in Vegas and not in Denver. But there was a Channel 13 in Colorado Springs. But we'll see what we get.
Just to carry over from the weekend. It was a nice weekend, too.
Yes, it was.
We still had the cool nights, though. We still got more on the way. Well, if you liked it today, you're going to like it tomorrow, and you're going to like it Wednesday, and it's probably going to be the same on Thursday, too. Same old stuff. More sunny skies on the way. Right now in Las Vegas, 74 degrees. The barometer stands at 30.06 and steady. Humidity 16% saturation, and the winds are light and variable. Hi, Mom. Not a bad day today. Good.
All right, so this was actually recorded in Vegas. Confirms that one.
A little bit of rain around this low pressure system over the southern plains. Steady but light rain shower activity continued over the central plains into the central Mississippi Valley area. Skies are mostly cloudy around the weather throughout that area, and some showers also lingered over the central Gulf Coast area. Skies mostly sunny over the northeastern United States and over the west, except for a little bit of cloudiness that moved into the Pacific Northwest today. Midday temperatures range from 49 in Seattle to 73 in San Francisco, 51 in Denver, 58 Minneapolis, St. Paul. Dallas-Fort Worth had 59, 64 in Nashville, 80 in Miami, and 62 degrees is the midday temperature today in good old New York City. More nice weather is on our way once again. We'll talk about that when News 13 continues.
Looking for a video club? Try Roxy's Video Exchange in the Commercial Center. A one-time $75 membership fee, $10 per month, unlimited use. Roxy's PX Commercial Center.
A pretty good high-pressure system is over in western Wyoming. You can't see it on the map, but it is there. Trust me, okay? It's keeping skies mostly clear across the entire western United States. Of course, skies were mostly sunny down around our way and over the state of Nevada. Right. Sunrise is 6:05. Sunset is 4:43 tomorrow night, and the pollution index was moderate at 60, and it was due to carbon monoxide, and it's getting to be that time of year.
Okay,
carbon
Eric.
monoxide pollutants.
We will see you at 11 o'clock. Next, it's Monday Night Football, and tonight at 11 on News 13 late, we'll be taking a look at preparations for the second flight of the Columbia. Have a pleasant evening.
All right, just in case there's something copyrighted in the news theme there. All right, we are on channel KTNV, station KTNV, the ABC affiliate in Las Vegas, Nevada, November 2nd, 1981. It's going to be Monday Night Football, which could be a problem. But yeah, this is looking like a true keeper. I'm loving it.
Nevada law says yes, and also states that the driver of a vehicle approaching or encountering a blind person shall yield the right-of-way, come to a full stop if necessary, and proceed carefully to avoid accident or injury to that blind person. From stories of near misses reported by a number of blind Las Vegas residents, it appears that many drivers are not only recklessly ignoring this law, but are showing utter disregard for all pedestrians as well as the handicapped.
KTNV TV, Las Vegas.
Craig Morton of the Denver Broncos is like Old Man River. He just keeps rolling along.
He will have their first possession of the night.
All right, let me cut back in here. All right, so here's what I know so far. It is indeed correctly marked November 2nd, 1981. I just missed that anniversary by a day. Denver Broncos at Minnesota Vikings, home game for Denver at the original Mile High Stadium, which was, I think, it had just been demolished when my family moved there. But yeah, this is looking like a genuine keeper of a tape. Now, I am not into professional sports, but it's a good, clean recording. Unfortunately, it's X3 mode, so it's going to have some serious warble in the audio. But yeah, we got commercials intact. It's a nice, clean copy. All around seems to be off a cable system. So yeah, I'm calling this a straight-up winner. I love being wrong about this stuff. So let's just kind of see what happens here. We got one of those original FedEx commercials. Maybe I'll rewind a bit for that one.
Back in Mile High.
The ones that had that, the voiceovers. I've covered them before.
You don't want to be filled up when you're out there.
A beer, unless. You can't count on anything these days. Did you type the letter I told you to type?
No.
With possibly one exception. Federal Express. When it absolutely positively has to be there overnight.
Back in Mile High Stadium, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television. We'll see you from Dallas next Monday night, Dallas and Buffalo.
The Space Shuttle Columbia. All systems are go.
Weather looks good here, and it looks good out at our landing site.
Columbia's ready, and Joe and I are more than ready.
Join Frank Reynolds at Cape Canaveral for the latest developments on the eve of the launch. Tomorrow.
All right. The game is indeed complete, and if you don't mind the spoiler, Denver just pulled it off. It looked like it was going to be a huge victory for Denver over Minnesota, but Minnesota made a real nice comeback, but just couldn't quite pull it off there. So anyway, yes, everything is complete. There's still, I think, around 40 minutes, it looks like, potential recording on the tape. They mentioned at the end of the sports broadcast that there is the opportunity, not opportunity, but it's going to be half an hour before the news, local news. So I don't know what they're going to plug with that, plug that 30 minutes with. But let's see. And I should note, as I've been going along here, I've been seeing a couple of commercials that I'm definitely going to be keeping in my back pocket for the next time I riff local commercials. Granted, you know, with the game, it's like 90% national stuff. But yeah, this is a definite keeper.
That's trouble. And when they play on Monday night, football. Football all day Sunday, and then Monday night with the guy.
You make a call like that.
Fully on football. I'm going to the Maxim.
You bet. The Maxim says fully on football every Monday night with special entertainment for women only. Prizes, 2-for-1 drinks, hot and cold hors d'oeuvres, and more. Women of Las Vegas, liberate yourselves from Monday night football and say...
KTNV TV, Las Vegas. KTNV TV, Las Vegas. Because of the earlier football game overrun, we now join That's Incredible in progress.
To the stewards, and I took off my horses that day.
Almost $3 for a burger, fries, and a shake. What if I brought Harold and the 2 kids?
For about $3, all 4 of you could have had Chef Boyardee beef ravioli, a salad, and a drink.
All 4 of us?
You get tasty pasta pies filled with lean, juicy beef in a rich tomato sauce.
What a delicious meal.
What a great price.
Chef Boyardee beef ravioli. Give your whole family a good hot meal with meat at a price you can afford.
Thanks, Chef Boyardee.
Well, there we go. All right, so first off, that was definitely not an L500. Let me kick back over to my phone here. But yeah, this is actually a 750. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I was wondering why it was just going on and on and on and on. Yeah, it's actually a 750, but I'm certainly not complaining. The game was complete. There was a very, very long NFL Films filler sort of deal. You know, some of the first titles to drop on Laserdisc, in fact. It was one of those, and a partial episode of That's Incredible, which I haven't actually noted yet. I kept waiting for the tape to run out and just, I guess, assumed there wouldn't be anything more. But yes, we got us a definite winner. And in fact, let's give it the... Let's do the ceremony here. Make sure it's actually in the shot. There we go. Record tab is indeed out. So let me, we've got one keeper. Let's do one more tape. If it turns out to be a total dud, whatever, it's always nice to have at least one winner. But let's just do one more tape. Let's see if that luck streak holds up. All right, last tape for today. And yes, it's in a Kodak sleeve, but it's actually a Scotch tape. If I can get the light to hit it just right. And it's been recorded over a couple of times. There's a couple of labels stuck together there. But there was a name, Doug Moe, on there, and that just seems so familiar to me, but I can't place it. I'm going to guess it says CU highlights underneath that. I'm going to guess it's sports related, but maybe there was somebody back in Denver by that name who hosted a sports thing and I've just forgotten it. Again, I am not a sports person, but having said that, with that last tape, that's as close as I get to being a sports person. If I can get that, tape where it's just one recording, truly one recording from end to end, those are my favorite tapes to find. But anyway, yeah, last one for today. Let's see if it is indeed this Doug Moe person. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, we're firing up right now, and
U.S. Olympic
all right,
team.
ads. Maybe not. Yeah, living class. Oh, dialing noises.
Okay, stay after that. Don't let yourselves let up.
Just a little on the choppy side there. Okay, more sports stuff.
Go, go!
Yeah. Okay, it's definitely Colorado sports. Okay, I guess I was right. Maybe this Doug Moe person is somebody that I just sort of remember.
This is the Doug Moe Show, brought to you by Nissan. Test drive the all-new Nissan truck hard bodies at your Nissan Datsun dealer now. And now, here's Ron Zappolo.
Hey,
Ron
good evening. Welcome to the
Zappolo.
Doug Moe Show. We got a lot
That's a name I've forgotten. And he's so young.
player on the floor today, Douglas, I thought contributed to a
He still had the stash as of the time I left Colorado.
They're terrific.
I hate to
because
agree, but
Milwaukee's a heck of a club, and they just play it tough all the time. And when you get
All right, so yeah, that's what we got going here. This is in X3 mode, presumably in L500. So yeah, Denver Nuggets. Doug Moe, I guess, must have been the coach for the Nuggets back then. I knew I'd heard that name somewhere. All right, let's dig a little deeper here.
there's a nice steal, Alex knocked it loose, and
Soothing warmth that lasts for hours, penetrating relief right where the ache begins. For arthritis pain, sore muscles, stiff back, turn on the heat. Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub. There's no beating deep heating.
More money and a new way to win.
So deep hurting is the first thing that came to mind. Oh, what's this?
Generate 5 numerical digits on your television screen. If the numbers match and are in the same...
Okay, I recognize the Channel 4 graphic, and indeed, I was thinking, what channel is this on? Because Ron Zappolo, I remember working at KUSA, which was Channel 9, but those graphics were straight KCNC Channel 4. So yeah, he must have been at KCNC first. And yes, I will do a proper transfer of this at some point, and you can actually hear this stuff. Oh, I worked there, the Denver Center.
Colorado artist Judd Hart and Black History Month.
There was a village in Africa, I don't even remember where it is now, but they painted everything, the walls, floors, everything, and that had an influence on me just because I liked the way it looked. My long-term big dream is just to keep doing what I do, stay in good health, making artwork till the day I die.
Judd Hart, we salute you.
Okay, so that wasn't actually at the Denver Center, but that was the logo of a venue I worked at, the first one I worked at as a teenager. All right. Let's continue digging through the tape here.
How long have you known Doug? Does your relationship go back a long time?
No, not really. Not just to the days of the ABA when Doug was down in San Antonio and I was with Kentucky.
There's a spirit in the Rockies, born of this great land. It echoes down the canyons and calls out to take your hand. Radiant skies.
You know, call me narrow-minded, call me old-fashioned, but this is the Colorado I wish to remember.
And its pride. This is Colorado, a place to call your own. It's a land that's filled with promise, a special kind of home. This is Colorado, so many sights to see. It's a land that's filled with liberty. It's the place I want to be. It's the place I want to
Okay, there's something funky going on here. There's some sort of cut or something.
Nissan presents the hard bodies, styling that sets new standards.
Has begun at Madison Square Garden and runs through.
Yep, there's a chop there. All right, looks like we don't get the complete Doug Moe show. Oh no. But what do we have here?
Oh, no. Here.
Got Marco.
Or maybe we do. Oh, they're just channels. I would have loved to have seen that community calendar thing. Dang it.
Escapades at Madison Square Garden through February 9th. Get your tickets at the Garden box office or at any Ticketron location. Well, right now, it's that time in our show to go to Espo on Ice. He's going to talk about that fabulous wrist shot.
2 inches and
he's knifing them.
Yeah.
It's very rare I get channel surfing on a tape.
House photograph and
of course, I really would love to see more of those graphics, but it's just so rare people actually record those, and usually not on purpose.
Something. Yes, no.
And somebody definitely had cable.
The woman who gave me up for adoption 40 years ago during World War II. I'm News Center 4's Jillian Rice. Share with me the journey of a lifetime.
Okay, so we were just channel hopping. We're still at Channel 4 here.
Introducing the $1 million chance of a lifetime. The most rewarding game show in television history.
$1 million.
It's a fast-paced game with a lot at stake.
We're going for the million.
And every day the excitement builds. Who will be the next to win $1 million?
Connie and Steve Rutenbar are millionaires.
Join host Jim Lang for the $1 million chance of a lifetime.
All right, let's get started.
It's a lot of money and a lot of fun.
You got to tell a lot of stories.
Okay, I do not remember that game show at all, and I'm sure the game show nerds will be on me over that one. I know who Jim Lang is. I do know who he is, but yeah. Okay, so we were doing a bit of channel surfing there, which it can be really interesting, but it can be very frustrating.
Even the referees, when they need work, they go to you home.
All right, coming to the end of another episode of the Doug Moe Show, and oh dear, cuts off. Anyway, I think I've half pinpointed this one. I'll have to see if I can dredge up a local paper or something, but it seems to be late January of 1986. Of course, there's 2 episodes. If it aired weekly, we could be talking both, say, the last 2 weeks of January or last week of January and the first week of February. So now we've kicked over to ABC Sports. And let's just keep rolling, see what happens.
For 4th last year. So this is a big occasion for them. Plastic wrap clings tight.
All right, I saw Jake Jabs around here. I've done American Furniture Warehouse on Archive before, but
a gigantic
$40
stock reduction sale.
He's got an animal this time too.
We've slashed prices on every item, no exceptions. We're open special.
Okay, Washington's birthday, so we're into February now.
For this special savings event. This 48-hour stock reduction sale ends Tuesday at 9 p.m. Come and drive away with the bargains. Prices will never be lower than right now at all American Furniture Warehouse stores.
American Furniture Warehouse brings to you
Big Mike Naughton.
Big Mike Naughton. And he was still at it as late as probably the late 2000s. Anyway, back on Jake Jabs, I just got to reminisce a bit here. To this day, I am kicking myself. He made a country album at one point. The last person you would ever expect to sing or anything, that Jake Jabs furniture guy. And I found it once, and for whatever stupid reason, I never picked it up. Cannot find it anywhere else. And it's just been a stick up my butt ever since. Anyway, McNichols Arena. I was there a few times.
Fun to have both you together. I don't think people realize that you two...
Well, here we go again. No Doug Moe right now. The show looks a bit familiar, though, but I can't quite place it.
Being a surgeon is the only...
Oh, is this seen elsewhere?
Night with Barbara, as it is, while you're there fast asleep.
Ah, was that another chop?
Surgery every day. I need my rest.
Bit of channel hopping. Yep. All right, so Doug Moe again? Or Sports Extra. Maybe this is the CU highlights.
Every place he's been a disaster.
Sports Extra.
Sports Extra was still running for a long, long time. I never watched it, but I do remember seeing it. It may still be on today, for that matter.
Nation will show you. And spring is a time when flowers bloom and CU football players brood about having to practice.
Okay, so the tape label says CU highlights 1985, so we may very well have jerked back to 85 here.
Wouldn't be studying. Might be home eating some pizza, watching...
All right, we're still on that Sports Extra show here, but I feel confident in saying, reasonably confident at least, in saying that it is still 1986. We're just getting into the spring of 86 now, so I have no idea how long the Doug Moe show lasted. But yeah, I haven't seen the CU highlights listed on the tape. I mean, it's not a big deal if I don't see it, but I'm just not... I'm not seeing any great reason to believe that we've jumped back in time here, and it looks like we've caught the tail end of the show here, which is just as well for the sheer tonnage of library music, which I'm sure is in the YouTube system. It's probably for the best that I've got the audio muted here, but we'll call it like 35 more minutes on the tape potentially, and that cut right off. So what's next?
Come on, tell me, what
St. Elsewhere again?
Emergency.
And we're...
Pepperidge Farm.
Are we in for Sports Extra again? Or, wait.
Just 6 months after...
I thought we were going to get to see the Al Capone thing with Geraldo, although that's on YouTube a few times over. Okay, there's Doug Moe again. And we got a 5th episode of the Doug Moe show, so if the CU highlights are on here, it's not much of anything.
For a look at exciting highlights of the Buffs' 85 football season.
1986. Well, I was under the impression we jumped back seemingly halfway into a different episode of Doug Moe, and they were talking about Game 6. I was looking up dates, and I was thinking, okay, maybe we've jumped back to November of 85 here, but no, it doesn't look like it. Or maybe it's a best of or something. And yes, I'm talking over a perfectly good rug commercial, but yeah, eventually I will transfer the ads and stuff for this. But anyway, yeah, we're down to seemingly the last few minutes of the tape here, unless I popped in another 750 and didn't recognize it. And, a Burger King commercial. We got to see that, don't we?
Burger King introduces chicken tenders.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
And watch, YouTube will think that it's actually Marvin Gaye. I haven't eaten at a Burger King in a long time, but the last time I had the chicken, it was crazy, crazy dry. It was terrible. All right, we're down, if this is indeed an L500 tape, we are down to the last few minutes of the tape here, but this could be another 750, and I just didn't notice it. So I guess we'll just keep going. Was this an Amtrak commercial?
Like you've never seen it before. From Denver, Amtrak takes you to Portland and Seattle with easy connecting service to Expo 86 in Vancouver.
Is that Burgess Meredith doing the voice?
The Colorado Evening News, weeknights at 6:30 on Channel 4.
Coming off a 1-10 season, there wasn't any reason to expect much from the 85 Colorado Buffaloes.
There's the CU Buffs highlights. Gotcha.
Powerful offense, the wishbone. With it came unexpected success. Their best...
And I'm sure that music will get me nailed here.
Buffs were back, and the outlook for 86 is even better. Stampede.
The Buffalo Stampede was still a thing well into my years.
Channel 4 Sports presents a look back at the 1985 Buffaloes and a preview of the 1986 team. And now, here's Steve Alvarez.
All right, well, this tape is indeed a 750 despite the markings. I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that, but we got our 1 hour of supposedly the retrospective of the 1985 season for the University of Colorado Buffaloes, CU Buffs as we called them. And yeah, I went to a branch of CU, not necessarily the main one. But anyway, it's really more of an infomercial for season tickets for the games. But yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of real retrospective stuff going on. Really, it's kind of this bizarre mashup of a PBS pledge drive and some sort of sports highlight thing. But anyway, there's still about 15 to 20 potential minutes on the tape here. We'll see if we get any little goodies at the end. And I guess I owe the original recorder kind of at least a half an apology for calling him a member of the Commercial Cutter Society. But yeah, and yes, I think I can more or less pin this to the summer of '86.
We're here with our current champion. The first question, who has new elastic waistbands?
More money and a new way to win. Play 4 to win weeknights between 6:30 and 7. I will generate 6 numerical digits on your television screen. If the numbers match and are in the same order as the last 6 digits of your home telephone number, call me and the cash prize is yours. If no one claims the cash, $204 will be added each weeknight until I find a winner. 4 to win weeknights between 6:30 and 7. Watch for me. I'm still searching for you.
A chemical spill near Lady Liberty, and some are wondering if their donations were wasted. The story at 10.
Okay, well, I don't think I can show that episode of The Facts of Life. And are they just going to let the tape run out on this? We'll find out. Now, this is about right. I should note that Channel 4 would do sports stuff between the news and the beginning of prime time. Hopefully we can get away with an episode of Facts of Life in fast forward with no audio here. But yeah, at a 7:50 tape, we're down to the last 5 minutes or so, potential minutes of record time on the tape here. So we'll see what happens. And there we have it. That is the end of the 4th and final tape for today. And once again, I'm not a sports person, but let's call that a definite winner. That was some pretty good local TV stuff there. So let's take the tape here and we'll do the thing. All right, there we go. Yeah, I think we did all right today. 4 tapes, 2 winners. Those are going to go into the proper transfer file and hopefully coming, it might be next summer, but it eventually should come to an archive annex near you. And that is going to be it for me for today. I'll talk to you again soon. That was about, 4.5 hours worth of work there.
Give us the shirt off your back, all your dresses and your slacks. We're always there if you'd like to drop your jeans. We're always open day and night, and we treat your clothes just right. You can pick them up the same day, sparkling clean.